The first hint came as a faint ripple across the quiet stretch of the Hellion fringe. Captain Rindler noticed it before anyone else. A tiny shift in the scanner's rhythm, too clean to be natural, too calm to be a distress call. Pulsed like a heartbeat. He leaned closer. Hold on. That came from a blue-class world. Unregistered. The bridge fell silent. Explorers of his rank didn't get surprised often, but the pattern felt different, almost intentional. As if someone was saying hello, but carefully, the way a child might tap on a closed door. Show me the source, Rindler said. A hologram unfolded. A small planet wrapped in soft oceans and clouds, circling a yellow sun. Not remarkable at first glance until the spectral data loaded. Life signatures. Millions of them. But more than that, technology. Electricity, radio waves, orbital debris, and something else hidden under the noise. Something tuned, deliberate. Are they broadcasting on purpose? His second officer whispered. Rindler wasn't sure. The signal was too structured for chance, yet too warm to be a threat. Whoever lived down there had been sending messages into space for decades. Maybe longer. Not searching for help, not calling for war. Simply announcing their existence, one humble wave at a time. I think they want to be found, Rindler said quietly. The bridge lights dimmed as the crew stared at the planet. A world that shouldn't have been here. A civilization that should not have developed this fast. And a message that somehow crossed half the fringe. Rindler felt something he hadn't felt since his academy years. Curiosity mixed with unease. Whoever lived down there might not even know what the galaxy was. But they were reaching for it anyway. Prepare the descent, he ordered. Let's meet, whoever they are. The ship drifted through the upper atmosphere like a quiet shadow, unnoticed by the chaos of clouds below. Rindler stood at the viewport, watching lightning flicker beneath them. Each flash revealed glimpses of continents, oceans, sprawling cities glowing like constellations turned upside down. Look at that, his navigator whispered. They built all that without warp? Without fusion? Rindler didn't answer. His eyes were fixed on the movement, a planet alive with millions of thinking beings. Cars threading along glowing highways, ships crossing night oceans, skyscrapers brushing fog. Humanity didn't know the galaxy existed, yet their world beat with a strange, restless energy. Scan them quietly, Rindler said. No interference. His sensor officer hesitated. Captain, they're strange. How so? They're young but adaptable. Fast thinkers. Their biology isn't special, but their minds. He paused, searching for the right word. There's a sharpness, like they're constantly solving problems, even small ones. Rindler watched a small human child running through a park while chasing a bright red kite. Wind fought the kite, but the child adjusted, tugging, testing, learning in seconds. Curious, Rindler murmured. His officer nodded. And emotional. Their broadcasts are full of feeling. Joy, fear, music, arguments. They process everything through emotion but somehow turn it into progress. Below, a rocket launched, breaking through clouds like a spear of fire. The crew jumped at the sight. They're trying to leave their world? Not just trying, the navigator said. They've done it. Repeatedly. Primitive ships, yes, but purposeful. Rindler felt a chill. A species that didn't know the galaxy existed, and already reaching for the sky? That, he said softly, is a dangerous kind of hope. No one argued. News spread faster than any ship could travel. By the time Rindler's report reached the Galactic Council, half a dozen networks had already intercepted fragments of the scans. The galaxy, usually indifferent to emerging species, suddenly leaned in. 1,000 worlds started asking the same question. Who are the humans? Council chambers overflowed with diplomats demanding explanations. Some feared the new species. Some were fascinated. Some wanted to claim Earth as a protectorate before anyone else did. Captain Rindler, the High Speaker said during the broadcast meeting, your report claims they display unusual cognitive adaptability. Explain. Rindler exhaled slowly. This wasn't politics anymore. This was warning. They learn fast, he said. Too fast. Their innovations appear chaotic on the surface, but every generation leaps further than the last. They fail often, but they recover even faster. A distant diplomat scoffed. So they are reckless. No, Rindler said. They are ambitious. He showed footage. Humans building machines from metal scraps, creating electricity from storms, turning noise into music, fear into courage. A species that cried easily but stood up again every single time. They turn weaknesses into strengths, Rindler continued. Even their conflicts push them to evolve. A murmur filled the chamber. Another ambassador leaned forward. If they ever learn about the galaxy, they will want to reach it, Rindler finished. Not to conquer, simply because it's there. The council fell silent. The galaxy had seen powerful species before. Civilizations born for war. Civilizations built for diplomacy. Civilizations shaped by cold logic. But this new one, this humanity, was something entirely different. They were born for possibility, and possibility could reshape the stars themselves. The signal came without warning. 3 steady pulses. A pause. 3 more. Then a final 3. Rindler froze when he heard it. That's a response, he whispered. From Earth. His communications officer's tendrils trembled. Captain, we didn't contact them. We didn't send anything back. I know, Rindler said, and that was what made it frightening. The humans had found something, some residue of their scans, some faint echo of the observation systems, and they followed it back. Not perfectly, not intentionally, but close enough to show one thing. They were beginning to notice they weren't alone. A small crack had opened between Earth and the galaxy, and humanity was already peering through it. The next pulse came stronger, more organized, as if they were testing patterns, trying to understand who or what might hear them. Rindler sat down without realizing it. They're curious, he muttered. No fear, no hesitation, just curiosity. His officer studied the waveform. If we leave even a small trace, they'll find it again. And they did. Within days, human scientists started pointing telescopes in the exact direction of Rindler's hidden vessel. They couldn't see it, but they sensed something: energy distortions, atmospheric anomalies, data inconsistencies. Humans didn't stop. They kept digging. And one night, a human astronomer whispered into a public recording. I don't know who you are, but if you're listening, we want to understand you. We have questions. So many questions. The crew looked to Rindler. Captain, what do we do? Rindler felt an old, quiet emotion rise in him. Respect. We watch, he said softly, and we learn why they are so unafraid. Humanity did something no one expected. They didn't panic. They didn't scream into the void or launch weapons into space. Instead, they began preparing, not for war but for understanding. Every night, new towers rose on Earth. Telescopes pointed outward. Dishes tuned themselves to frequencies no human had ever used before. They worked together more than usual, as if some instinct told them this moment was bigger than their own world. Rindler watched through the clouds and wondered if they sensed him. If their scientists, their wanderers, their dreamers felt the weight of eyes from above. Then something remarkable happened. A human research team built a prototype engine, not for flight, but for exploration of near-space anomalies. They didn't know what the anomaly was. They didn't know it was Rindler's cloaked vessel. They only knew there was something strange, and that meant it needed to be studied. That's impossible, his engineer muttered. They're building technology beyond their level. Improvised, but functional. Rindler leaned forward, captivated. That is what they do, he said. They see a wall and ask how to climb it. They see darkness and try to light it. He found himself envying them, their raw courage, their lack of galaxy-bred caution. But courage often came with consequences. A human test pilot, young, nervous, but determined, volunteered to fly the modified craft into the anomaly zone. His hands shook as he boarded, but he whispered something that stuck in Rindler's mind for days. If someone's out there, I want to be the first to know. He didn't aim for glory. He aimed for truth. And when his small craft lifted from the ground and headed toward the hidden alien ship, Rindler realized what the galaxy feared most. Humanity wouldn't wait to be invited. They would come looking. The small human craft rose through the clouds, trembling under its own experimental engine. The pilot, breathing fast, but steady, kept his focus on the strange readings ahead. Every second pulled him closer to the place where the sky felt wrong, closer to Rindler. Inside the alien vessel, alarms flickered. "Captain, he's heading straight for us." Rindler stood in silence. Running now would only confirm their presence. Staying meant contact. He felt the weight of the galaxy pressing on him. If humans saw them too early, the Council would blame him. But something deeper told him this moment mattered more than any order. "He's alone," Rindler said quietly. "And brave." The human craft pushed harder, the engine whining. Then the pilot saw it, just a shimmer at first like heat bending air. His breath caught. "What is that?" The cloaking field rippled. And then it failed. The alien ship emerged above him like a mountain of metal and light. Enormous.